Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Powers Sports Memorabilia Show. I am your host, Matt Powers. Thank you again for joining me. Please visit the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com. Also, give me a follow over there on Instagram at Powers Autographs. Well, I just got back a 10-day submission from PSA, which is always a very exciting day because you never get these back anymore, it seems like. And I got some really nice quality cards here, ones I was definitely looking forward to getting back. And so rather than just show you the cards, which of course is always cool and fun and exciting, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my mindset about the cards, why I was buying the cards, and we're going to talk about what the current PSA population report on them is, and then also what do I think I can sell each one for. Just keep in mind on pricing, I know some of you out there are just sticklers for comps. You got to sell it by the comp. I don't ever sell anything by comps. I always sell something for what I think it's going to be worth in the future. While comps are part of the selling process for me, I just don't follow them at all. I just sell what I think a card is going to be worth in the future. And again, everybody's pricing can be different, but what somebody chooses to sell their card for on a particular day really doesn't impact what I'm going to be selling my card for in the future, okay?
Nope.
This particular submission was sent out as a 10-day on December 15th of 2020. And I sent it off to my submission group, which is gemmint.com. And I got the submission back on March 8th, 2021. So about 12 weeks. So not too bad of a turnaround time. This was sent out using a 10-day submission turnaround time, which that's actually not that bad. I'm actually pretty happy with the 12 weeks there. Total cost to get all these cards graded was $1,613. It includes shipping, everything there. 29 total cards were sent out. And I got 24 PSA 10s and 5 9s, so an 82% success rate. Definitely happy with that. If you go back and watch the video I did on how to get more PSA 10s, I go through all the process that I've done and things I've changed about how I get cards graded. Definitely watch that. It's been a big help to me. I'm estimating the total sales on these cards to be around $11,700, give or take a couple $100. Understanding there's going to be fees and shipping and all that kind of stuff there. I'm hoping to net right around $10,000. But again, this is just a quick estimate that I'm using as of right now. All right. So let's go ahead and check out these cards. All right. First card we got back here is the Jalen Hurts 2020 Panini Origins. Here, this is the rookie auto, the red one. I'm huge on Jalen Hurts, and I'll tell you a couple different reasons why. Number one, obviously he's a quarterback. Quarterbacks sell. We all know that. Also, he plays in Philadelphia too, which, you know, Philly's a huge market. If he has any success rate coming out as a quarterback in that first or second games, you know that his stuff is going to be blowing up. And plus, you know, he had a decent little season last year. It didn't really end in a positive rate, but hey, if the hype train is going crazy on Hurts to begin with in that off season and when they're doing training camp, if he's having a good training camp, I mean, oh man, this stuff is going to be blowing up here, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how he does this season. Again, I love the Origins. I love the kind of the art design. This particular card is to 99, and again, I like the art feel of these ones here. I got 110, and then I also got 19. These are a little bit thicker of a card too, in case you've never seen Origins. So definitely something to consider when you're getting these graded is they do have an issue with the corners all the time just because of the thickness there. But again, love these color designs here. Probably going to sit and waiting on sell these ones closer to the season on these, but I just love Origins. And you're looking at a pop 3 on the 10, and then also pop 2 on the 9. Hoping to get 1,000 for this guy. Now that probably is a little aggressive for some people, but again, I think he's going to have a good start to the season, and these could be very, very popular. Again, obviously a low population report on that, and then hopefully 400-ish on the PSA 9. Next card, this is a big one. I love this one here. Green Prizm. I ended up getting 2 of these guys, and I think these are just awesome. Again, I've talked about color parallels on this show many times. Getting ones that match the uniform is absolutely critical. These sell very, very well. And again, very low population report on these. You're looking at 7 right now. Again, that's probably going to increase as PSA kind of gets caught up here. But again, I'm going to sit and wait on these until probably the season. Again, this is what I talk about with pricing, right? Like a Pulsar of this one just sold for like $650, right? you could sit there and probably say, oh, I should sell it for $650 now because that's probably a closer comp to it. But why? If you believe that a guy is going to be a very good player and the season hasn't even started yet, then go ahead and list it for a higher price than what the comps say. If you think it's $1,000 card, sell it for $1,000. Just because somebody else sells a certain card for a certain price doesn't mean you have to. So again, if you believe in these guys, again, I would just hold on to them as long as you want to and get the price that you think you can get. But again, I love these ones. These are absolutely stunning. And again, I hope Hertz has a very, very solid year coming out here. Again, looking for about 1,000 on each of those. All right, next up, I've got some of these mosaics here. I don't know what I am getting here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7 of these guys. I was picking these up for like $30 each. I mean, they were just so cheap. And the reason why I was buying them so cheap is Mosaic's got issues with surfacing and they've got issues with print lines and all that kind of stuff. And I wasn't sure what the condition was going to be on these. But I love these. Again, color parallels. They match it perfectly. And again, they were a cheap card to kind of pick up on. I'm hoping, get about 450, 500 or so on these. It's a pop 35 on them, so I've got 7 of the 35s right now. Again, more are going to be coming out there. And I also got 1 9 as well. So again, 500 for the 10, 250-ish for the 9 would be very, very solid price. I'd be very happy with that. Again, I love the Mosaic color parallels. I think those are absolutely stunning as well. Moving on to my favorite player. You all heard me talk about him a million times. Patrick Mahomes. Gotta love Patty Mahomes here. So I got a 10 and a 9 here on the cracked ice. The red ice here. I love these guys. These are absolutely stunning. I'm a sucker for anything red and Mahomes. And I was lucky to find a few fairly center. The 9 is a little bit off center, top to bottom. The 10 is a little bit better-ish. But again, I've had a lot of success with color parallels. I just talked about that in the Hertz. Mahomes, quarterback, Super Bowl MVP, league MVP. I love Mahomes. And pop 7 on the 10 and a pop 9 on the 9. And shooting for about 800 on the 10 and then roughly about 400 on the 9. Again, I shoot kind of high in Mahomes just because he sells so well for me. I don't like getting rid of him at cheap prices. He's just, again, he's one of my favorite players and the face of the NFL in my opinion. Speaking of another Chief, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, PSA 10 here on the base card. Again, nothing special on this one. I picked this up when he was doing very, very well. Kind of tailed off a little bit towards the end of the season. Again, running backs I generally don't like to pick up just because quarterbacks are the main sellers. I like to focus all my effort on the quarterbacks. But, pretty low population on this one, 14. Probably about a $200 card. But again, we're here in KC, so got to pick up some Edwards-Helaire. Next up, probably the best wide receiver in the game, I think, or at least up there, is DK Metcalf. Probably the only wide receiver I pick up, really. I mean, Jerry Rice sells, but as far as active players, DK Metcalf. I got a light blue Prizm here, again, very close to the color match for the Seahawks. They kind of have a weird green. I mean, I guess a neon green color would be better, but I like the blue. Got a silver here. The 10 is a pop 1, so this is so exciting. You're going to see the only one that's in existence right now. Not that it really matters is DK Metcalf, but hoping for about 300 on that one. 9's got a pop 3 on that and hoping for about 200 or so on the silver Prizm for him. All right, let's move on to basketball. Everybody loves basketball. Let's start off with Kawhi Leonard. I opened up a box of Hoops Premium, and most of the cards you're going to see here are ones that I pulled. I did end up purchasing a couple of additional ones here. Again, another pop 1 on this one. I really like the gold, the Pulsar product, and the gold. Anything gold is great. Kawhi's an okay seller for me. I don't know if I'm a big believer in Kawhi. I don't know. I have a lot of Canadian customers, and they like Kawhi, obviously, because he won the championship there for the Raptors. And I don't know. It was just a very affordable product. I ended up pulling this one. That's why the only reason I got it graded. I didn't buy it. So, I don't know. I'm hoping 400 or 500 or so for this one. We'll see. But again, it's the gold, pop 1. When you've got the only one in existence, you can kind of do what you want with it for the most part. All right, moving on here. Got Luka. You're going to see a whole bunch of Pulsars coming in here. Anything Luka sells, Luka, in my opinion, is the best player in the NBA. I mean, LeBron is obviously great too, but Luka's the future of the NBA. Pop 25 on this one and looking for probably about 200 on that. And LeBron, same thing here. Looking for probably about 200 to 300 is kind of where he goes. anything LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, Luka, if you stick to those guys, you just cannot lose, in my opinion. You just cannot lose. These guys are great. These guys are the greatest players of all time. These guys are top 50 of the guys I just mentioned there. Luka, not just yet, but LeBron is top 2, definitely top 5. And just a nice image of him going up for a dunk there, wearing the Lakers uniform and the pulsar. So, anyway, I really like these cards. This, if you can find a box of this stuff, man, you get some really nice quality stuff coming out of there. And then I got some heroes. Again, Hero, just a guy that played very well in the playoffs. Guy that I like his attitude, his style, and I think a lot of fans kind of agree with that. And this one has got a pop 49 on this one. The LeBron before had a pop 30. And about $150 card here. You know, nothing too crazy. It actually was kind of higher. I was surprised so many people got this graded already, because I opened this box up here and sent them off for 10-day right away. So anyway, moving on to Zion. Now this is a funny card. This is a funny just because the Zion looks huge. I don't know if he's not playing the angle right or what, but he looks like 280, 290 pounds there. And if you ever played basketball, of course, I'm sure most of you have, it's tough to play at that weight. It is just, my gosh. But anyway, a lot of these have been graded too. A pop 163 on these already, and about a $200 card. So nothing absolutely stunning here, but I love the look of it. But again, why is he so big in that picture? I don't know. Jeez. All right, now we got a bunch of Trae Youngs here. I think I got 5 of these guys. All right. So Trae, again, I like this. Premium stock demand. I already talked about that. They got a little color coordination going on here. It's got that kind of silver prism-ish kind of look to it. Nice image, him going to the basket. Trae is a decent seller, very popular guy. Pop just 8 on these, which was very, very surprising. I thought more people would be getting these graded. 5 of them, so I got 5 of the 8, and about a 200-ish card on this one. And last guy, we got John Morant. Just a basic 9. Nothing too insane on this one. 163 pop, which is crazy. 147 pop on the 10 already. And maybe 150, $100. I don't know. Somewhere around there. It's a cool image, though. I mean, look at that. Ja going up for a dunk? I mean, that doesn't get much better than that, man. I mean, geez, look at that. Yeah. So, anyway, nothing too insane on that one. All right, well, I hope you guys like looking at that PSA submission. I'm very stoked about getting some of those cards back. Again, PSA just did a recent price increase, so go back and watch that video that I did on that one. Their cheapest option right now for any type of decent speed, they do have a cheaper option for like a year plus turnaround time, but if you want any decent type of speed, it's like $100 minimum to get a card done. So you got to be sending in some cards right now that are going to be getting a nice high return for you if you choose that particular service. But again, they raise all their prices. Go back and watch that video, and I talk a little bit about some additional strategies on submitting cards now with PSA. And again, always be looking about 6 months down the road when you want to get cards graded, okay? So what I mean by that is if the baseball season is going to start in 6 months, you should probably start submitting cards if you are doing them with fast turnaround time. If you're not doing with fast turnaround time, then you got to be looking at least a year. So right now, you should be submitting cards for next year's baseball season if you're going to be choosing that super, super slow turnaround time. Timing is always very important when you get your cards back. You want to have them ready for the season, or you want to have them ready for the playoffs if you are choosing to sell those cards. So again, hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments below which are your favorite cards. Got some really nice color parallels in there. I'm a huge fan of those. Definitely would be adding some of those into your collection. Again, visit the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com. Also give me a follow over there on Instagram, @PowersAutographs. And I will see you on the next episode.